Hey guys, welcome back to Screwless Homestead. I'm Amber.
I'm Ricky.
And today we're in the greenhouse. And I'm just gonna tell you what I did. So hold on just a second. I'll show you what I did. I did something a little bit crazy. Okay, you guys was with me when I started these tomatoes about 3 weeks ago. 2-3 weeks. Yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago. And they was not coming up 2 weeks ago. So I figured, well, maybe I just had some poor seeds or poor soil or something. And I just about gave up on them. So last week, a week from last Sunday, I started all of these. With different soil. Same seeds, different soil. And my plan, I didn't really have a plan. I just wanted to see if my seeds was viable. So I started them all. And within a week, they started coming up. The only different thing is, instead of keeping them out here in the greenhouse, I would take them in at night. And they did well. Guys, let me introduce you to something new. My brother-in-law, God love him, found something in the middle of the 4-lane. And so, of course, that meant he had to stop and get it and bring it home. This is onyx. She's been here a little over a week. We have tried finding her owners, but as of right now, nobody has stepped up to claim owner. And that is Reese trying her best to get in the door. It is never a dull moment here. I'll show you Reese. She don't like being left out. Come on, Reese. Come on, Hershey. The gang's all here. Well, Sky and Thor's outside. But back to the tomatoes. So I was out here today and I was looking. And I was going to... Guys, what are yous doing? No fighting in the greenhouse. But anyway, today I was going to pot them up. But I think they need a few more days. These are doing great. And about the time these started sprouting, So I'm just going to have a crap ton of tomato plants. So if you're in my area... and in a few weeks you need tomato plants, just hit me up because I'm going to have a bunch. Now, all that being said, I don't think we're going to pot them up today because I think they need just a little bit more time. We're going to let the dogs out. Outside. Good boys and girls. That puppy likes to play. And we couldn't stand the thought of leaving it. My brother-in-law couldn't stand the thought of leaving it out in the middle of the road, so he brought it home. And now they're out running around, running crazy. I don't know if you can see them out there, or they stopped running, but I'm going to show you the hollyhocks. And they're doing really good. This is where I started the hollyhocks. You can see I've removed quite a few. I'm waiting on this one to get a little bit bigger. And this one to get its true leaves. Oh, and it looks like, oh, there's one right there too coming up. But here they are. And they're doing very well. Here's my asparagus, and it's doing very well. And I don't know how good you can see it on camera, but... there's the asparagus ferns. And if you look close, I actually do have little bitty asparaguses down here. But my experiment of just starting seeds in the greenhouse with no heat and letting them go just didn't work so well. It worked well with quite a few plants, but not with all. So from now on, if I go to start them in the greenhouse, I'll make sure I get my heat mats out. I was trying to do it the simplest way possible. No heat mats, no lamps, no lights. Because I just want to see how I was doing. And so far, I'm doing fine on the no lights. Now, the things that need light to germinate, they didn't do well. And I'm okay with that. Because it was mostly herbs and stuff. And I can buy herbs. But I can't say I was too happy with my peppers. I do think that's a seed problem and not a soil problem or a heat problem, because I took the same seeds and I did the same things with the tomatoes that I did. I put them in new soil and still I haven't had any germination. And they're in the house where it stays between 75 and 80. Yes, I know that's a little bit hot for a house, but when you have an elderly living with you and he's on blood thinners, he freezes, so he likes it warm. So, I have no idea why the peppers are not germinating. It is what it is. I think maybe out of the seeds that I've started, I've started quite a bit, even with the second start, that I'm maybe getting a 1% germination. So that's not good at all. So I gotta order me some new seeds. So it's not the end of the world. We'll get it done. My greenhouse still leaks when it rains. I have buckets catching water a little bit everywhere. But I will give you an update on the mulberry trees. The root cuttings the cuttings I was trying to get rooted. I'm assuming if they got leaves growing on them, that they probably rooted. At least I hope they did. But that's all I got to show you, I think, for today. We're just going to sit here and talk a little bit with Ricky.
Hey, it's me.
Look, guys. He come home the other day with these little things to put in my greenhouse. He thought they would go good in here, and they do. They make me smile when I look at them. I'm sorry for the noisiness dogs outside, but that's what they are. And then my brother-in-law brought me this. My brother-in-law brought me this little 3-tier shelf thing for my greenhouse. It's working out quite nice. And then I got my old one set up over there, and it's still a little hot nut table. Now back to talking with us.
I'm not real talkative today.
It's been, well, I'll just say March was hard in a lot of ways. Now our truck's down. Transmission's going out in it.
Yep. Busted.
So there's that. What's the plan on that?
You gotta find one to fix one. Buy one to put in it. Something.
We've been down this road before, guys.
It's not an easy journey.
My daughter, we had another truck just exactly like the one we have now, a year older. And our daughter totaled it, but it kept her safe. I mean, it kept her really safe.
Yeah, it was completely mangled.
And she got a couple scratches. That was it. So, when we went looking for a new truck, we found one exactly like it, just a year newer. And we bought it because
the crash rating is worth it.
Yeah. But I guess the transmission's in them after about, what, 300,000 miles?
I think mine's knocking around 280,000. So.
Yeah. They don't last. Transmissions only last about that amount, but that's a lot.
That's a lot of mileage. It really is, but in today's world, if you want to buy a brand new vehicle, go for it, but I would rather spend $3,000 to $4,000 on a transmission versus.
We're not spending that much on a transmission.
I'm just saying versus the $80,000 or $90,000 you're gonna spend on a new vehicle.
Our pigs are doing good. One of the little crappers. Yeah, I'm calling it a little crapper. It got out of the pen. And that little butt monkey rooted up one row of my onions. I was a little bit upset with that.
Uprooted the beans, didn't eat them.
The peas.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the peas. Didn't eat them.
I just replanted all them. And I did go back and replant all the onions. He didn't tear them up. He just rooted them up. And so I just stuck them back in the dirt.
Mangled them a little bit, and that's about it.
Hopefully they'll still do good. I got to get a fence up around my garden as soon as possible. And that's plans for next week. It's been a very weird weather week here. I think we started out, what was it? What's today? Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, Tuesday it was 80 degrees. And then yesterday I think the high was 50. Today I don't even think it got to 50. And it's been raining on and off the past 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So we've not really done much anything outside.
No, but we didn't have to water the garden either.
Our daughter's car. Here, I'm going to let Ricky hold the phone. My arm's getting tired. Turn. You're going to turn.
I got to turn. Turn.
Our daughter's car tore up this week as well. The wheel bearing. But you got it taken care of.
It's done. Took it off and had it pressed. It took a little longer than what I was expecting because it had seized to the hub. So
that
had to grind it out.
Yeah, that was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That you got to put back on. And as he's putting it back on, we have karate on Tuesdays. And to get there on time, we have to leave the house by 5:45, 6 o'clock. And he told me he had about 10, 15 minutes more work to do. And it started raining. And I knew that it was going to take longer if it rained. So I just sent up a little prayer. I said, Lord, please stay off the rain for 10, 15 minutes. And let him get this job done. So I leave the camper and I come out of the camper to make sure the boys are getting ready and get myself ready at the house. And what'd I tell you, Ricky?
You said you got 10 or 15 minutes, and that's about it. Then the rest of the prayer's on you.
I said, no, I know. I said something about, I asked God to stay off the rain for 10, 15 minutes, but my garden really needs the rain, so that's about all I asked him for, or something like that. And it was at a tense moment that they was getting really upset with the car, and it made them laugh. And things went smoothly after that.
Yeah, and then just so happens, about 10 or 15 minutes later, I was putting the last bolt on.
And it started pouring.
And it started raining, and that's when she told me, she's like, I only asked for 10 or 15 minutes, the rest of it's on you. So it was an adventure, but it's back together on that side. I'll do the other side next week, possibly. And because you're supposed to do the bearings at the same time.
Hey, no, you're not supposed to.
Well,
it's just common sense. If you do one side, to do the other side, especially on any vehicle. If you do one side on the front end, you need to do the other side on the front end. You're squishing a tomato plant with your arm. Because, I mean, you're going to put a strong one on one side, and if you don't put the equal amount on the other side, it's just going to constantly...
Yep.
The weak side's going to
get
even weaker, and it's going to weaken this side. Just a little common sense.
Yep.
But, guys, I want to say thank you for watching my videos. Thank you, guys, to the subscribers who have subscribed. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
We're going to get off here because it is, again, another karate day.
Yep.
And on Tuesday, back on Tuesday. We didn't even make it to karate that day because we had severe weather warnings and tornado warnings. And one did hit, from what I understand, one did hit touchdown in our county, but up north of the north part of our county. We live
in the southern part.
We live in the most southern part. I mean, a mile or two and we'd be out of our county into another county. But
anyhow, all was safe here on the homestead.
Everybody was safe here, but the ones that up north of us, we're praying for yins. So hope everybody's okay. But from what I'm hearing, there was no injuries, no nothing. There was a couple buildings destroyed, a couple properties messed up, but overall, everybody was safe, and that's the most important part.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, we're gonna get off of here for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And thank you for watching this kind of all thrown together video.
Yeah, it's all in one. And as always, do something nice for somebody. Keep somebody in your prayers and in your thoughts. And keep on rattling on.
Bye.
See ya.